Hello everybody, it's Ryan here, aka Rydor the Banisher, and in this video I will be showing you the Tri-Guilds, Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and the Undaunted, how to unlock them and how to level them up. So, let's get it. Okay, so the first guild is the Fighters Guild, and this skill line goes to level 10. The ultimate is Dawnbreaker, deals X amount of physical damage to enemies in front of you and an additional physical damage over 6 seconds, stunning opponents for 2 seconds. Next skill is Silver Bolts, fire a crossbow bolt, striking the enemy, dealing X physical damage. Next is Circle of Protection, place a rune for 17 seconds, giving you and your allies minor protection and minor endurance. Next is Expert Hunter, detect stealth or invisible enemies around you for 5 seconds. While slotted, gain Major Savagery and Major Prophecy. Next is Barbed Trap. Place a trap for 20 seconds, dealing X amount of bleed damage, giving you minor force and immobilizing enemies for 2 seconds. The passives for Fighters Guilds are Intimidating Presence, allows you to intimidate NPCs in conversation. Next is Slayer, increase your damage done by 3% per Fighters Guild ability slotted. Banish the Wicked, while a Fighters Guild ability is slotted, gain 3 ultimate when you kill an enemy. Skill Tracker deals 10% more damage to vampires and werewolves. And lastly, Bounty Hunter allows Fighters Guild bounty quests in Cyrodiil. You can unlock the Fighters Guild at any level by going to either the Fighters Guild in Auradon, Glenumbra, or Stonefalls, shown by this symbol here on your map. For this example, I am in Glenumbra in Daggerfall City. Once you go inside the Fighters Guild, you will find the Hall Steward. This NPC gives you the quest to join the Fighters Guild. After some dialogue, you can say, I am ready to join the Fighters Guild. After completing the quest, this will unlock the skill line. Always remember the Fighters Guild can be unlocked at any level, so do it early on since you won't be able to level up the skill line until you complete this quest and unlock it. Don't kill all those Daedra and do all those dolmens for nothing. Once unlocked, you can push K for skills and then go to Guild to find your new Fighters Guild skill line. You will be able to spend a skill point in Intimidating Presence at level 1 if you choose to do so. To level up the Fighters Guild skill line, you will need to kill either Daedra, Undead, or destroy Dark Anchors. There is also a daily quest you can do in your Alliance capital city to level up as well. This daily quest has you go and destroy a Dark Anchor. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All those people in Alakir farming dolmens, well, they're most likely leveling their Fighters Guild as well as leveling their characters at the same time. You see, farming dolmens is a good source of XP. It's not the best, but it's a good source of XP for lobby characters or new characters, both for leveling up and to level up the Fighters Guild skill line. You also get to farm a lot of jewelry pieces that you can break down to get mats from, because those tend to be quite expensive. And as always, don't forget to loot your chest at the end of the dolmen, and happy hunting. Kill those Daedra. Okay, next let's talk about the Mages Guild. This skill line also goes to level 10, and the ultimate that you can unlock is Meteor. This ultimate calls forth a comet dealing X amount of flame damage to enemies and stunning them for 2 seconds. The first skill in the Mages Guild skill line is Mage Light. Reveal stealthed or invisible enemies around you for 6 seconds. Next is Entropy. Bind the enemy, dealing X amount of magicka damage over 24 seconds. Next is Fire Rune. Place a rune of fire on the ground for 24 seconds. Once the rune is triggered, all enemies will take X amount of flame damage. And finally, the last skill is Equilibrium. Exchange your health for magicka. Persuasive Will. This passive allows you to persuade NPCs in conversation. Mage Adept reduces health and magicka cost of Mages Guild abilities by 15%. Everlasting Magic increases the duration of Mages Guild abilities by 20%. Magicka Controller increases magicka and magicka recovery by 2% for each Mages Guild ability slotted. And Might of the Guild, casting a Mages Guild ability grants you in power for 10 seconds. To unlock the Mages Guild skill line, just like the Fighters Guild, go to either Aradon, Glenumbra, or Stone Falls to the Mages Guild symbol shown here on your map. And for this example, once again, I am in Daggerfall City. Once inside, you will find the Magister NPC for the quest to unlock the skill line. Just as it was for the Fighters Guild, there is no level requirement to unlock the Mages Guild, so do it as early as possible.
Training in unique spells and abilities. Oh, excellent! Allow me to welcome you as a student of the.
Once unlocked, push K for skills, and under Guild, you will see the Mages Guild skill line. You will be able to unlock the Persuasive Will passive at level 1 if you choose to do so. To level the Mages Guild skill line, you will need to collect purple lore books found in any of the base game zones. Not the gold glowing lore books that you find in the world, only the purple glowing lore books will level the skill line. These purple glowing lore books will increase your level by 5 points per book, so you will need a lot of them. You can also do the Mages Guild daily quest in your Alliance capital city to do a public dungeon quest that will also help you level up the skill line. If you use add-ons, I recommend the Lorebooks add-on by Kyoma. This awesome add-on shows you where to find all the purple lore books in all of the base game zones, making leveling the skill line an absolute breeze. So again, that's Lore Books by Kyoma. Okay, lastly is the Undaunted skill line. This skill line also goes to level 10. The first skill is Blood Altar. Sacrifice life to place a blood fountain for 27 seconds, dealing damage to all enemies in the area. Allies can then synergize to heal for 40% of their max health. By default, X is the synergy in this game, so you push X to synergize spells like that. Next is Trapping Webs. Hurl webs, reducing the enemy's movement speed by 15% and dealing X amount of physical damage. Lastly, Inner Rage deals magic damage and taunts the enemy for 15 seconds. And again, it also has a synergy associated with it. Next is Bone Shield. Cast a shield for 6 seconds. Allies can synergize to get 30% of a max health shield for 6 seconds as well. Necrotic Orb. Summon a floating orb that deals magicka damage every second for 10 seconds. Allies can then activate the synergy to restore magicka or stamina depending on which stat is higher. The first passive is Undaunted Command. Activating a synergy restores 4% of your max health, magicka, and stamina. Second is Undaunted Metal. Increase your health, stamina, and magicka by 2% per type of each armor, up to a total of 6%. So that would be 1 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy, etc. Unlike the Fighters Guild or Mages Guild, you will need to be at least level 10 in order to be able to unlock the Undaunted skill line. Once you are at level 10, you can use the Dungeon Finder, enter Cyrodiil, etc. Once you are level 10, go to either Glenumbra, Aradon, or Stone Falls to the inn in the major city. I always just go to Glenumbra because all 3 of the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and the inn are all literally right next to one another. Once you're inside the inn, shown by this symbol here on your map, you are going to find the NPC Mighty Mora, who is the quest unlocker for the Undaunted skill line. Talk to Mighty Mora, and after a brief dialogue, you will unlock the Undaunted skill line. So again, you will push K for skills, and under Guild, you will see the Undaunted skill line shown here. To level the Undaunted skill line, you will need to run dungeons, arenas, or trials, specifically earning achievements associated by doing that kind of content. First clears, running pledges, getting speedrun achievements, etc. That's how you level the skill line. The Undaunted skill line also has a daily quest that will level the skill line. This quest can be found at the Undaunted Enclave, where you pick up your pledges, either in Stormhaven, Wayrest, Elden Root in Grotwood, or Mournhold in Deshawn. So talk to Bolgrul to get the daily quest, and it's just a simple delve quest. Well, that's it for this video, folks. I hope it helped you to unlock these ever-important skill lines and show you how to level them up efficiently. I thank you so much for watching, and this is Rydor, out. Undaunted, undaunted, we are undaunted.